prepare to have your heartstrings tugged like never before as we showcase the most heartwarming reunions that will leave you in tears. It was so adorable when Ella surprised her bestie after traveling for the past 8 months. Lara reunited with her bestie after more than 6 months of not seeing each other, and it was a beautiful moment. One by one, Haley surprised her besties after being away for 9 months, and she captured the most wholesome reactions of all time. It was an amazing day when Alvin decided to surprise his brother and family in Norway after they emigrated 4 months ago. It was a heartwarming reunion as Bella was finally back home to surprise her family in Australia, nearly after 10 months of being abroad. Valentina's kids reunited with their daddy after more than 4 months, and it is safe to say that they missed their daddy a lot. Maria finally got the chance to take a trip back home and reunite with her loved ones, and it was a wholesome moment. After being away for 2 months, Elisa surprised her cousin, and it was the best. Shay couldn't believe it when her sister was home to surprise her and the family after not seeing her for almost 10 months. After having spent the last 9 months traveling overseas, Macy was finally home and surprised everyone in the family and created one of the best memories of her life. This sweetie waited for 5 months to get reunited with her mom, and it is safe to say she is definitely her mama's girl. It was an unexpected moment when Ryan was surprised by his twin brother, who he had not seen for more than 8 months, on his birthday. This was the moment when Samantha surprised her mother after she was finally back home after 7 long years living abroad, and her reaction was priceless. This girl flew all the way to Thailand from the US to meet her bestie after 18 months apart, and it was the cutest reunion you will ever see. It It was the cutest moment ever when this cutie walked towards her dada who returned home from Mexico. Melanie's daughter was so happy when she jumped into her mother's arms, who had been away for 6 months serving in the army. It was so sweet when Sophie reunited with her best friend after 4 months apart, and he was so excited to see her again. Janai FaceTimed her bestie standing outside her house, and she had no idea she was finally back from Canada, and it was truly a heartfelt reunion. This little guy was so happy after seeing his granny and aunt who came all the way from London, and it was a beautiful reunion.
Oh, so happy.
He doesn't know you guys.
Oh.
Gwen reunited with her mom after a long time apart, and it was lovely. These furry babies were so happy when their mom came back home after a couple of months, and they greeted her with a lot of hugs. These kids had waited a long time for their mom to return from New Zealand, and when she finally did, they welcomed her with lovely hugs. It had been almost 5 months since Lisa last saw her babies, and their reactions were so sweet when she finally came home. It took a second for Sophia's mom and dad to realize that their daughter finally returned home after being away for 5 long years, and it was such a sweet moment.
Did you know Janet? Did you?
The tears were not stopping when Charlotte reunited with her sister, who was living on the other side of the world in Vietnam, and it was the best sisters reunion. These girls finally got the chance to reunite with each other, and it was a night they all waited for. Sarah got reunited with her sister and niece, and it was an amazing moment. Jessica could finally breathe again when she was back at home and reunited with her hubby and son after 3 months apart. Cindy was finally able to reunite with her best friend for the first time after 4 months apart, and it was the best. Look how lovely and cute it was when Julie was surprised by her long-distance bestie, who she did not see for over a year. It was a very special moment for this lady, as her mother surprised her after 23 long years on Christmas surrounded by her loved ones, and it quickly got emotional. This dad couldn't believe his eyes when Sophie surprised him at the airport, and his reaction was definitely one for the memory books. After working on a cruise ship for 8 months, Kate decided it was time to come home and surprise her daughter, and she was so happy and excited to see her mama once again. It has been 7 months since Mia last saw her boyfriend, and she was so happy to see him sitting in her office chair to give her a lovely surprise. This moment couldn't be more lovely as Emily reunited with her husband after being away for a few months. This girl reunited with her bestie in the UK on her 22nd birthday, and she quickly got emotional as she did not expect that surprise. This mother was going to pick up her daughter who hadn't been home for almost 8 years, and she had no idea that she was already standing at the doorstep to give her a surprise. These cute girls reunited after 4 months apart and greeted each other with a huge hug. Rashmi was back home in India after 9 months and surprised her mother and the rest of her family, and it was an emotional moment. This was the day Caroline returned home after traveling for 6 months, and her family got so emotional as they missed her very much, and it was definitely a heartwarming homecoming. This was the best surprise ever for Mary's family and her friends as she returned home after being abroad for nearly 8 months. This dad got to surprise his kids after many months of not seeing them, and they were so excited to play with him once again.
Hi, buddy. You missed me? What, you saying hi to Marco?
Hey guys.
Mwah. Hi, Bug. Hi, no Steve. Hi, Charlie. Thank you, Marco. You recorded?
Yeah.
If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this one as well.